Hello to my Sages. Hello and welcome. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. So this is going to be for my Sag suns, moons, and rising for July 2021. Okay, Sag. Okay. Oh, you already had a card flyer. Ooh, okay. I'm seeing some nice energy. Ooh, you don't have fun. Sagittarius always have fun, in my opinion, more than other signs. Sag, sun, moon, rising for July. Okay. Sag, sun, moon. Ooh, okay. Sag, sun, moon, rising for July. Make sure you like, you comment if this resonated with you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, make sure you watch all of it. So your sun, moon, and rising signs that I'll be posting throughout July. And make sure you get your full astrological backdrop of what's going to be going on. Okay. So far, this is very interesting. So for July, what I'm seeing for you guys is we're going to start it off with the Three of Cups. Right, so very much celebration energy. It's a lot of fun. You may be like really connecting with friends at this time. It's the summer. Maybe you're going out. Not too much, of course, because Corona is still a thing, but maybe you're really connecting with your friends and making time to meet up and things like that. And then you've got the Two of Wands next to it, right? So you're going to be having maybe a lot of ideas and having to maybe choose between them in terms of what you want to do. But this is ultimately going to take you on some sort of journey. It may not be right away. It may be a journey that takes a little while to like really build up, but it looks like it might be an inner journey for this one, right? Because the Six of Swords usually talks about going on some sort of outer journey, but since you got it in reverse, it might be an inner journey that you're going on with yourself as you're spending time with everyone, right? Like maybe you're starting to really redefine who you are to others and to yourself, right? That could be a thing. And we've also got the Five of Wands in reverse, right? So just be careful about if you're having a lot of fun. And I know that one of the Sagittarius stereotypical traits is that you are very blunt and that you say exactly what is on your mind, which makes you very truthful, but can also hurt others' feelings. Just make sure that you're really trying to use your tact in certain situations, right? You don't want anything to get out of control. You don't want your playful banter and witty to be taken in the wrong way. And I feel like you would let someone know. But this is just saying to be, I guess, overall cautious in how you're really engaging with people at this time. And there's going to be some sort of ending for you here, like an ending that is just natural. It'll come in and you may not even notice it with how subtle this energy is kind of going to be, right? Just like you may not notice if you say something that really hurts someone's feelings, right? Because you can't control how others will react to what you say, but you can definitely filter what you say before you say it. So there is always like, a time and a place for things. So just make sure that you're keeping that in mind. And there is going to be ultimately an ending that's coming in here for you that I'm going to clarify in a minute. And then also I'm seeing here with the Six of Wands in reverse, right? There's going to be some sort of lesson that you may be learning as well this month. So I want to look deeper into that. Like, I like that you're starting out with this energy of like playful fun that can, of course, quickly go out of hand. But it looks like for the most part, you're really treating July as a time to improve yourself, possibly, right? With these cards that I'm seeing. Because the journey, once again, is not outward like you usually would be jet setting across the world. This may be an inner journey that's really coming in for you here. And I just want to pull a few cards. I want to pull a card on top of this ending here because I want to clarify, like, what kind of ending would this be? Okay. All right. I'm going to pull one more card for that. Ooh. Okay, so you got a couple in the nines, with this ending, right? You've got the Nine of Pentacles in reversed, and then you've got the Nine of Wands, right? So what I'm seeing with this energy is that it's possible that the ending here is an end to not thinking about your self-fulfillment, right? And being prepared for what's coming up next, right? This ending is naturally telling you that maybe the journey that you need to go on is inward because you're not getting this like the Nine of Pentacles for me is a card of basically almost fulfillment, right? This is a card of knowing your own, being on your own, being able to be stable and assured as you are. But this energy is coming in as reverse, which means you may not have been practicing the self-care, the self-love that you normally would have for whatever reason. And you're getting ready for what's coming up next, or at least you're trying to prepare for what's coming up next for you. And I think what's coming up next for you may be a cycle of going inward, truly, with the Six of Swords. But we're going to clarify the Six of Swords in reverse, as well as the Six of Wands in reverse. I'm very interested in this energy. Yeah, I just got the need to clarify this just in a minute. So let's see. So it's for Six of Swords. For Six of Swords reversed. Why is the Six of Swords reversed here? Yeah. So I got these cards. So I got the Moon and the Ten of Swords, right? So like I said, this journey might be an inner journey, right? The Moon card usually tends to reference some like the subconscious things that go on, while the Ten of Swords is telling you that a burden is ending here, some sort of betrayal, some sort of ending is bringing you into this next place where you need to be. So this inner journey that you're going to be taking is going to be something that allows you to be more of yourself, right? Allows you to care more for yourself, love more for yourself, and not just be somebody who is maybe just there for others or who's just there for a good time. What is it that you want? I feel like even with the Libra reading, if you have Libra in your chart, there was a lot of things about the Libra just coming out of a period recently where they would have been isolated. And I feel like for Sagittarius, this period may be soon coming up for you by the way that these cards are going. I just want to clarify the Six of Wands to make sure that I'm giving the right conversation. Oh, yep, the Four of Cups popped out. Four of Cups popped out. So, right, so period of waiting, not realizing what you still have in front of you because you're so focused on what you don't have, right? So that could be one of the reasons why you are going to be moving into this period of more looking inward in July for all my Sagittarians. Right? Can I have one more card on top of this Four of Cups for Sagittarius? One more card for Sagittarius, please. One more card. Sagittarius. You got the Three of Swords reversed. Yeah. So you've got the Four of Cups and then the Three of Swords reversed, right? So I do think that this is going to be because you're no longer focused on what's going out of what's going on around you, right? Even though you may be enjoying this energy at the start of the month where you're really connecting with other people and you're really going out and maybe rebuilding or reforming those relationships that may have fallen by the wayside during things like being in lockdown on COVID, right? So you're now entering this phase where you're going to be looking at what else is there? Is there something else for me, right? Am I maybe dissatisfied with what's in front of me because I don't see the opportunities that are coming up, right? This mental energy that comes in with the Three of Swords reversed is really looking at yourself. Not the Three of Swords regularly would be a card of some tarot readers reference it as, third party energy of really, like a betrayal deep down and stuff. But I think that the Three of Swords reversed is more about looking inward about the pieces of yourself that are not really fitting anymore. or the parts of yourself where you aren't feeling grateful, where you aren't feeling positive, and you aren't really being as boisterous, as lively as you normally would, right? It's a deep introspection that comes in with energy like that. So that's why I feel like maybe July for you is less about where you're going, who you with, wanting to be seen, and more about what do I really want? What do I really need? What are my needs? Kind of thing. Much similar to, I guess, Libras and the recent period that they come out of. So if you have Libra placements, or your friend's a Libra, make sure you go ahead and watch the Libra July video as well. That may give you some clues. But you could really also just take your direction from someone who's recently been through a period like this, because you may not even know that you need it. And then once you get it, you're like, oh, this is what it is, right? A light may go off for you. So this is very interesting. This reading is very interesting. And I'm just shuffling some Archangel Raphael healing oracle cards, right? And I just like to take these out just to see what are some extra steps, what are some ways that we can move forward to get into this energy where we feel like our best selves, right? And these cards, like I say in every video, these cards are usually come off as a little bit religious. I'm not necessarily religious. I'm very more into the spiritual realm. I'm still figuring out what spirituality truly means for me. But these cards are more just like an indicator of what needs to, like what we may need to work on. There's some very good cards for that. So I just pulled one card, and I just want to pull one more for you. We're pulling it for Sagittarius for July. Right? And we've got the unconditional joy card as well as have faith. Right? So with unconditional joy, I feel like you need to start focusing on your own joy. What things actually bring you happiness? Do you know? Right? Are you coming out of this period where you've just been so far into isolation and trying to ignore it, that now that you've come out and you're meeting with friends again, you don't really know who you are anymore? You're not the person that, you were a little while ago. And now that you've come back and you can interact with other people and see the ways that in which you've changed, what is it that who is it rather that you would rather be? Right? You could still be this person who loves going to parties, who loves hanging out, who loves this just like friendship, nice energy. But you could also be that and be the person who, needs to take a moment, who really needs to think about things, who really needs to get back on board with what they're grateful for. Right? And that's where I feel like have faith comes into play as well. Have faith in yourself, maybe. Have faith that you know what is best for you. And even if it's not the things that you have been doing in the past, have faith that you will know very soon how to get yourself ahead again, how to get back into the swing of things, how to get back into being you, right? I feel like we all go through those periods. Definitely. And I just want to pull a enchanted map card. So of course, by Call It Baron Reed, I always make sure that I shout out people who have had these decks. So Call It Baron made this deck, and I like to interpret more than I like to read from the actual description, because I'm more of an intuitive reader. So I just want to pull one of these cards for you, Sagittarius, and see how you feel. Okay, so you got, see that? You got the Solitude card. Just like I was saying, you may find yourself shortly going into a period where you feel like you have to withdraw. Yeah, you're going to start off probably July with a bang, with a bunch of people who want to hang out with you and do this and that. But what do you want, right? You may need to pull back from them and really figure that out for yourself. You may have even already determined that that's something that you want to do, right? Because you do have the moon here, just like you had the moon card come up for you as well, right? And these are very eerily similar cards, right? So you may feel like this is a time, this is a period where you need to maybe withdraw from what you would normally, like your regularly scheduled programming, and really pull in and draw into yourself. What does the Sagittarius want? What does the Sagittarius need? You know, what is it that, how do you water your own garden? How do you water your garden after you've revamped the garden? How do you keep up with yourself every day? These are all some questions that may be like, going through your mind throughout the month, even as you're hanging out with other people, even as you're creating all these memories and things like that. It just may pop up for you. And it is okay to take some time for yourself. I feel like, especially being a fire sign, it's always go, go, go. And then apparently, people will start to expect that sort of energy from you. But Sagittarius, being such a complicated, deep, intricate sign, there are many facets to you. And have you explored them all? Right? That would be the next step for you. Have you explored all of who you could be, or all of who you already are? These things could already be existing in front of you. And this is just a prompt that, hey, there's somewhere new to explore. It just happens to be inside of you instead of externally, right? So with all this in mind, I'm hoping that you have a great July. This was a fantastic reading, I feel like, for all Sagittarius placements. And I feel like you're going to have a July that really causes you to ask more questions and get more answers for yourself. So it'll ultimately be satisfying. And yeah, I hope it goes amazing. And make sure, if this didn't resonate for you, to check your sun, moon, and rising. Of course, you want your full astrological backdrop of what's going to be going on for July, as well as make sure you comment if this did resonate for you, and just tell me, like, have these thoughts been crossing your mind leading up to now, or even throughout July if you're watching this a little bit later? Where have you really decided to take a step back so that you could take a step forward with just yourself, Alrighty. Well, it was fantastic reading for you today. And once again, make sure you like, you comment, and maybe you share with someone else who has Sagittarius placements. Make sure you watch for your full astrological backdrop, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, my loves.